Greetings, Gracie here. My name is Ronald B. You call me Ruth. Today's not another episode of something, but this could be a new series. I don't know. Probably not. Maybe yes. But what I'm doing right now is a voiceover, while me in the past does a parkour on MCCI Island. Yeah, and. Now, I don't do this often. I don't do parkour often or something, and but I am kind of good at it, and I do kind of enjoy it. And ignore the lags because I have no idea why it was lagging. Right? I did record this beforehand, not beforehand, before. But then it's like while I was getting to edit it, I was like. I thought about oh, next time I should do a whistle, but then it's like, why wait for the next time when I can just do it right now? It's not a problem for me to do it again, but evidently enough, it was a problem for my laptop or Minecraft. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no clue why it was lagging. I tried. All right. I tried and nothing really worked. It was lagging, was unpleasant, but you're not here for the visuals, you're here for my commentary. And I was talking about something else, and I don't remember what it was. What I was saying. This is what. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get this maybe a lot because, well, I do have ADHD. Alright. Tony, I'm not here to brag or something, but I do function differently. Anyways, the topic that I want to talk about, that I came up last night as I was going to bed, literally ready, about to with my sleep mask on, and then I thought, oh, I could do parkour and talk about something. The first thing came to my mind is people aren't just black and white. There's so many shades to a person's behavior. Not behavior maybe, but what is it called? Sure, behavior, but not behavior specifically. What is it? Behaviors. Yeah, all their behaviors. You'll never meet, never ever, you'll meet a person who's completely bad, just a dickhead, just a jerk. He's just awful and awful to everybody, and he's never been nice, and he's never did a good thing once in their life. You're never gonna meet a person like that, and also you're never gonna meet a person who is so kind all the time, just so understanding, treats everyone so nicely. That's just not gonna happen. No. There aren't completely perfect people, but there also aren't completely unperfect, I guess, people. Which that makes it difficult when you kind of want to have an opinion about something, because okay, on the one hand they've wronged me a few times, but the other hand they're not terrible guys, not a terrible person. So it's can I hate them? No. Can I dislike them? No. That's already your choice, I would say. And my choice usually is slight disdain. No, disdain probably wouldn't be the right word for it. Yeah, slight dislikeness with yeah, well, if I can tolerate them, of course I can, but I don't want to hang out with them or something. I mean, most people in my life are just teachers. You say oh, isn't classmates or something? Well, no, because I don't really talk to them. I don't really talk to them, so it's like I don't really have like relationship with them. Some of them in my class right now, so there's like one who's like, she's sort of like me, but she's a little bit like more like a dickhead. It's just, but like I just kind of get her, like why she's like that. She kind of like me, like frustrates a bit too fast and might, like, you know, not be as patient. But she responds too harshly. I didn't like it, you know. So I wouldn't call her a dickhead. Okay, no. But yeah, I didn't like it. Oh yeah. Anyways, yeah. Most people I have problems with are just adults, which are teachers. Yes. What other adults I have? Only than my mom. Mom and adults, yeah. Teachers, I mean, yes. What was I about to say? Yeah, I have basically only, like, actually respect and like only two teachers ever. It's my Russian literature teacher and then English teacher. One of many I had. And I liked her because she was very nice to my class, because no one liked my class, and she's like the only one who actually liked and then the students, and I just liked how she did it. How she explained things, like I just, like, you know, like I vibe with her. And you know, Russian literature teacher also the same thing, but she, like, I had her for like 9 years. I spent in the same classroom with her for like 9 years, which is way longer time. It's like, yeah, of course there's been times that's like I didn't particularly like her, but like I always found respect towards her, towards like how she did it. Like if there was an answer the whole class needed to get, it's like it was like very possible for us to get the answer, she would not tell us. She would wait. She would drag the lesson until we got it. And I mean, like, yeah, sometimes it took like a few minutes, right? It's not that I didn't like that part. I found it very, like, respectful because she stuck to it. She stuck to it. She just, like, goddamn. But also, she was nice, you know? I like teachers who can take a joke and are so friendly with students. I like them. And it's like, that's the teachers that actually thrive and actually can teach you anything, even if the subject is not interesting. Something like literature can be interesting, yes, but like I'm not too interested in it. It's like some things I just cannot understand because I don't know, my brain doesn't work like that. But like I liked her lessons despite how many times despite the many like rough edges, something, I don't know what to call it. Despite a lot of like shit, I still enjoyed her lessons. I still love her. She's a great teacher. Like amazing. And you know, of course, I've met some bad people. Not bad people. I won't call them. I probably met a kind of bad person who were a teacher, maybe once, but I don't remember. I feel like I do have. But no, it's more like the teacher is alright, but like some of the things they did that affected me, like in a very negative way, they upset me greatly. And I just completely like don't understand why they did it, but well, it's a teacher, you have to stick with them for your whole life and stuff. You just have to stick with them for a few years and then gone, and you can forget their name. Do I even remember any of my teachers? School teachers' names? Not really. I don't really. Oh god. But that makes sense because, well, it's like, I mean, it's not only the names, but like, some teachers are kind of like already like sort of forgot how they are because, well, I didn't like them and I didn't find And my brain also agrees that, that's useless information to keep some kind of guide in your head. It's just kind of... so some teachers sound indifferent, yes. Am I talking on the topic? I think I am. Right, like... Yeah. You know, it's difficult when you like don't like a teacher particularly. You wouldn't say you like them, right? You would never like say that. And then you're like friends just like go on about like, oh, this teacher, you know, yeah, he's like so nice, and he's that, this and that, and then like almost praise the teacher, and I was like, oh my god, you were like shitting on the same teacher like a week ago or less. Like, what's wrong with people? I don't know. I just don't get it. But also, like, I'm not about to say anything. Yeah, I'm not about to say anything on the matter because I'm just a kind of quiet person. And I keep a lot to myself because, well, if I said anything, I don't know what kind of reaction I would get, but it's definitely a negative one. And I'm not about to cause a conflict based on nothing. Like, we don't have to... Yeah. Did I say friends? Yeah, I meant like friends, like how are also classmates, yeah. I don't remember which word I used. Because if classmates, and if in my school I interacted with my classmates, you know, all of them basically, well, not all of them, but I definitely heard them always, and never particularly connected with any of them, like, strongly. What was I saying? Like, strongly with any of them, so yeah, I couldn't just hurt everything. But none of them were like that, you know. But my classmates' friends, like in this one, in technical school, they're kind of like that, and I just like, I don't get it. I don't like. And I think it is like other people, way easier let bygones be bygones. They just forgive and forget too quickly, and I will forgive. Maybe. Not always I forgive, not always at first, but I definitely don't forget. It's rarely I forget, you know, something that upset me. I don't particularly make the choice of forgetting it or not. I don't know, like my brain makes a choice, you know. I don't know. I was listening to music, that's why I am. Anyways. What was I saying? Dude, you distracted me with your fucking popping to the music. Nice song, right? Hate this part. Oh my god, I hate the rhythm part. Well, anyways. I forgot again what I was saying. Dude, and my browser doesn't work. What the hell? So, yes, it's not like I hold grudges. I don't know what a grudge is, I guess. But I think hold grudges is when you, like, don't forget and don't forgive. Because not forgetting, but forgiving is different. Because, well, if you will forget everything that hurt you, you're gonna just hurt yourself more and more and more, especially if it's like the same person. Like, it's just like, you shouldn't forget. You should probably forget if it's like, oh, like a year like passed since this thing, or half a year, and it's like, yeah, you could probably, yes. But like, if it's a week past, you shouldn't forget, because what if it happens the next week or a month later, like the same situation that happened, and you're gonna realize that the person didn't change, and you maybe think, okay, well, I'm gonna give the person another chance, but the person might just not change again. So you shouldn't really forget. you know, when a person wronged you. You maybe should forgive them, but that's already on your, like, judgment, like, if you forgive them or not. I would come and think about it. Because saying, oh yeah, I forgive you, as they say, because when they say sorry, it's like, I realize, like, well, I'm not quite yet there to forgive you, but I will be in a few minutes. That's my friend, of course, you know. I say that, I'm like, I will forgive you, but not right now. Something like that I say, because, like, I'm not about to lie to a guy, you know? Especially as my friends, like, I want the person to understand me. If they don't understand that I'm not gonna give them my immediate forgiveness, not patient enough to wait for it, then, well, they can just fuck off. They can just go on their merry way. I don't give a shit. They need to respect me, and then I will respect them. Right? You know, and I wish it would have been just as simple as, like, people does bad thing, you then don't like them, you don't interact with them, and then it's easy, you know. But it's not easy. Upsetting, kind of, you know. Like, because there's enough things that are hard in our lives. Like, do we really need another one? Especially if you have some kind of disability. It's like, dude, I don't need this, like, weight. Just that I don't need this another weight of, like, people, like, because, you know, it's not nice when you're, like, friends are talking about the person, they agree how nice he is, and you just, like, just sitting with them, just nearby, and you just saying nothing because I will not agree, because that would be a lie. So I'm just sit there and I don't say a word, but it's not really nice because like, I wish I was able to just easily forgive. I guess I don't fully forgive, like, some things, yeah. Well, I just don't like when a person doesn't even want to understand me, and it's like the teacher is. It's just, the thing is, it's the teacher. The problem is doesn't want to understand my point. And it's like, well, maybe I sort of understand yours, but can you understand mine? Actually, like, do something about it, because this was a thing of, like, the teacher put homework, right? They said the homework, but they didn't put it in the electronic thing, you know. So I had no way of remembering there was homework, right? ADHD, out of sight, out of mind. I just so used to having the homework, like, oh, if it's written there, then I'm like, yes, okay, I'm gonna do it. And since there's, like, not a lot of homework for subjects, like, there's basically almost no homework, so even less of a point of me trying to remember, oh, was there any kind of homework for this particular subject? It's like, oh god. But the teacher always said to me, oh, I'm just not used to this. I'm just not used to putting in the homework. But, like, it's not just me, it's also all the people who said, like, well, there wasn't anything written there. She's like, I'm just not used to putting it there. I was like, well, okay, you're not used to it, but you can start doing it. Is that gonna hurt you, like, a few minutes? Like, literally. Well, and it kept just, like, happening, and I just like, dudes, I understand that I can't just say to them, well, I have ADHD, and this is a problem because, well, I don't have a diagnosis. I want to get one when I'm gonna turn 18. Because I think that's be helpful. Or at least get medication. But I don't have a diagnosis, so I can't even say I have ADHD. Even if I did have a diagnosis, it's still, like, a person won't understand what the fuck that means. I mean, I guess I could explain that due to my ADHD, I have problems with memory and so will not remember. And there's also other parts of that's somehow preventing me from writing down your homework, and it's whole shebang, you know. It's better to just, I don't know, kind of ignore it and just try to live as it is. I couldn't be bothered. I'll start like, hold on. My master doesn't working. So yeah, getting back to the topic, well, really nothing is black and white. It's not just people and how they act, behave, how they do things, go around. I don't know, like, what even be the conclusion. Oh, there's another 6 minutes of my yapping, so really I don't need a conclusion. But I don't even know what would be the conclusion. Not that it's complicated for me to judge a person fair, because I feel like I don't judge a person fairly, despite because like on my own I feel like I judge a person fairly. Like that's how I perceive them. That's like I've seen how they act. I've seen how they interact with others, how they interact with me. I've seen what they do. I got the vibe, you know. I'm like the vibe master. I can get the vibe, like a read on it, like very well. And so like, I don't know, other people might think like, oh, this quiet person, they probably like very shy or something, but like a quiet person doesn't need to be shy or something. Maybe they have something like that, but they can be also like mean. Like, you people don't know how to read a vibe. No. I mean, a person who's like quiet, doesn't do anything, yes, you can't really read on that person because, well, doesn't do much of anything, so you don't know how they would act. And like in different situations, but if you watch the person like do a lot of different things, you see them in many situations, you can kind of imagine how they would act in a similar but different situation, right? That's how it goes, you know. With your parents, you go to the parent and you already kind of know if asking them something, you kind of already know how they're gonna respond, but you're still asking because, well, what if? No, so you don't fully know, but you already kind of have a guess of what they're gonna do, right? You can have a tell on people either way. It's just I get a bad at telling people, I think, at least the vibes. What was I talking about? The other thing. The other thing. Other than the vibes, well, I was talking about something before that, and I can't remember. What the hell? I guess you could just. I guess you just have to watch me fail at parkour because I'm clumsy. And it's, yeah, no, my clumsy just translates to my grab. And especially parkour. Oh yeah, like I think I judge people fairly. I get the vibe, so I think it's like I get what they are like, and I think I judge fairly, but like how other people react to the same person, and they're like, it's like the teacher. The person in question is the teacher, and the people who I'm with are my classmates, friends specifically, or somewhat friends. I don't know, acquaintances. Whatever, people I talk to. I got distracted by her. people I talk to, acquaintances, yeah, like, and how they like judge a person is different, and they agree on how they judge a person. And so it's kind of makes me wonder, like, who's kind of more in the wrong here? Because fully in the wrong here is, well, none of us, because it's just an opinion about a person. Like, you can't be wrong on opinion, but to an extent. To an extent, it depends on the matter, of course. But when it comes to like a person, judging how much you like them is just an opinion of your own, and you cannot judge another person's, like, you can't just say, oh, you're not supposed to like that person because I said so. Yeah. But it just makes me wonder, like, okay, who's more in the right here, me or them? I feel like me because I know my things, but I think they have this kind of rose-tinted painting of a person, usually, of a situation. That's what usually people, for some reason, perceive. Just the positive ones, which, okay. And I'm a realist, so I see the full picture, really. And I try to, if I remember only the bad things, I will try to remember some of the good things at least. And if I remember only the good things, then I will try to remember the bad things. Because that's what makes a full picture. And especially about a person. You can, despite how horrible a person is, you cannot forget the few things they maybe have done good. The few good things they've done. Because that's why I still could say maybe, like, I love my mother. Because she's done some good things for me. Anyways, that's been everything for today. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe see you again. Bye!